I got over 100,000 views in only 10 days, and it has taught me so much about how to promote my games in the future.
Sometime last year, I learned about this really cool Instagram project where every new follower became a citizen in this virtual city. I loved watching it grow and how the community turned it into a whole society with rules and politics. It was pretty great, but that did make the gears in my mind spin, and I wondered, could I make a game of some sorts that also focuses on a community?
Word, cool.
I thought and I planned and I thought more and I planned more, which is more than my brain can usually handle. But I eventually came up with Sheep Idol.
Hold up. That looks nothing like what we saw in the intro. And that's correct, because this never saw the light of day.
See, I wanted to use Unity to create a daily idle game, similar to Cookie Clicker, but instead of clicking, the follower count was the amount of cookies that would be added each day. Instead of cookies though, it would be money. And with that, the world could be expanded, more sheep could be created, more buildings could be made, and, well, it wasn't fun. There was so much wrong with the whole design of the quote-unquote game that I decided, no thank you. Even in its most basic form, it just didn't sound appealing at all. So I threw it out. May have killed some sheep along the way, but that's fine. It happens to the best of us. In October though, I had a better idea. And that idea was SheepVille. I really like sheep. Sheep are cool. Once again, I made a Unity project. And it isn't so much a game that you can play by yourself, but more a collective game where you have this world and together you decide what happens to it. Every single day I would post a video to TikTok, and in it I would show sheep, and for every new follower, another sheep would be added to the world, which is honestly just me going. I would take a few seconds to tell a bit of a story, and the people in the comments could vote for what should be added to the world next. It was super simple. It required like 2 basic drawings every day and a short voiceover. It would take me like 30 minutes a day. And on day 1, it really was like that. I think I got 2 followers or so, which was great, of course. Not what I was looking for, but it was the first day, so I didn't mind, and I just continued. And then there was day 2.
Holy crap, you're not ready for day 2.
After posting the video, another 350 people or so followed the account. Obviously, that blew my mind. But suddenly, there was just also way more to it. Adding sheep wasn't too hard, thankfully. I wrote some code that made it so I could just enter a number and press this button, and however many new people followed, that's how many sheep just randomly appeared in the world. It was really simple, but it was no longer just about increasing the amount of sheep in the world. People did exactly what I asked for. They could pick what to add next to the world and make a real Sheepville by commenting and liking other people's comments. A skate park, a cheese store, barns, houses, a prison, the Eiffel Tower, and much, much more. Tens of thousands of views every single day, and hundreds of new requests every single day. Sheepfell grew, and people started forming their own narrative. Everyone was loving this thing we were doing together, and I was genuinely considering making actual games in this universe because clearly people wanted all of it. It was exactly what I wanted. Well, maybe not exactly. With every new video that I made, more and more people started coming up with personal requests as well. Custom sheep mostly. Collared sheep, mayor sheep, Minecraft sheep, Mario sheep, pizza sheep, goat sheep, Darth Vader sheep, and so many more. Every single day there were dozens and dozens of new requests for new custom sheep, and they often were either terrible ideas or already existing ones, which would make my life a little easier because I could just copy and paste. But every day, if their sheep wasn't chosen, they would ask again, and again, and again. From 30 minutes per day, it quickly became several hours of drawing new sheep, as well as coding in custom behavior, or even write code for my buildings when they needed something special.
It was pretty fun at first. I was having a blast with this project after all. I was just really enjoying drawing all these silly sheep. But the further I got, the more work it became. And don't forget, I also still had to do the voiceover and then the editing, and every single day, it just became more and more work. And so, I stopped. After only 10 days. I had made a special kind of TikTok game that grew faster and faster and faster. And suddenly, I just stopped. I didn't even make it to 2 weeks.
I had actually just started a narrative the day before that would eventually lead to the end of everything due to there being a war between the sheep and the chickens. But instead, I just did one final day and I quit. Why? Well, I know that this could have grown really large if I had kept going. Even now, I've nearly doubled the follower count from before I stopped because people keep finding the TikToks and keep interacting with them. But in the end, it was just a lot of work every day. And since I didn't make any money off of it, I at some point just didn't think it was worth it anymore. Was my intention to make a buttload of money off it in the first place? No. Absolutely not. It was an experiment to see if I could better learn how to advertise on TikTok. And I quickly learned that I could, because it worked. People love feeling involved, and that's exactly what made it so popular, and why people came back every single day. But after I learned that, it became a job almost. It wasn't nearly as fun anymore because of the time pressure, so it just didn't feel worth it. I needed to make money from real jobs, and this project was keeping me from doing so.
Besides, the audience that got involved with this project was really young. And I mean really young. I did not like that. A single bit. I mean, it makes sense because of the kind of content it was, but that's not something that interests me. So I told them that I might return someday, but I don't think I will.
Instead, I'm going to take this experience and use it. I now know how I can properly advertise my projects in the future, and I can definitely do it way better than as well. It was a great experiment that I can proudly show off to people online and say, look what I was able to do in only 10 days. By the way, if you'd like to visit the world of Sheepfell for yourself, there is an itch.io link in the description below that shows the world. Yes, that is just a Unity web build. Just go explore it and have some fun. Also, I have hidden Waldo in the world somewhere. You know, where's Waldo? See if you can find him, as well as all the other awesome sheep I've made. And let me know which one is your favorite.
Also, before I go, a huge thank you to Bob for supporting me on Patreon with the Demigod tier, which gets you a free Steam key to the game. Also, a huge thank you to my friend Blake for supporting me on the God tier, which other than a Steam key, also gets you your name in the credits of the game. Alright, thanks for watching, see you next time.